Welcome back, another day, another vlog. Episode 160. Nice, a little bit of oi. I don't know if you watched Peter McKinnon. If you do, there's the young guy that went out to, we're up in the Arctic Circle with him, and they did a whole series, so it's pretty cool. Got some good music, very nice. Rightio, got a bit to get through tonight. I've got a fair bit done on the edit, so that was good. I had a good day with that. Very, very good. What have I got left? I've got some colour stuff to do and sound, and then I should be able to. So fingers crossed, I have a good run in the morning. I should be able to get it out. So bear with me. I know it's taking probably a bit longer than I wanted, but yeah, bit of fatigue and Christmas burnout, I guess. You get that? Here we go. Right, some fun stuff tonight. A few things I want to get through. I'm going to start off with the big one. Most expensive phone on the planet. A company called Caviar. I'll bring it up here. I don't know if you can see it up here. They make some amazing phones. They take the iPhone 11s and basically put jewels and gold on the back side of the phone to create masterpieces. They put mechanical clocks with complications in it, tourbillons and solid gold, diamonds, yellow diamonds, moon rock. There's one that's got a piece of moon in it, piece of Mars in it, a piece of Titanic in it, and meteorites, all in the back of a phone. So some pretty high-end, amazing stuff, probably out of the reach of most people. Now their number one phone, their big one, bad boy, one of one. Solid gold, I think it is, 24 karat gold backing. It's got a yellow diamond in it at 12 o'clock. It's got anodized, other bits all been anodized and marked off with one of one and all the names. It's got a tourbillon with 19 diamonds in it. It has another tourbillon as well at the 6 o'clock. Comes with a set of custom AirPods Pro, the fast charger included, a little gold-plated SIM card remover. It's half a kilo in weight, and it's $121,180 US. That's nearly 200 grand Australian. Probably about the 180 mark, I'd say, 180, 190 mark Australian. So just insane. That's an iPhone 11 Max with 512 gig, which really doesn't mean much. It obviously looks, you'll see the thumbnail, looks freaking amazing, gorgeous thing. I guarantee you some watch collector's going to buy this thing. One of one, why wouldn't he? There's guys that pay anywhere up to $10 million US for a watch. So something like this is well within that scope. Even the other ones, they drop down to, you can get in the door for probably around 5,000 US. You can buy yourself one, the Apollo version, which looks pretty nice. Once you get some jewels and stuff, you're looking about the 10 grand mark. You get into the ballpark, 10 grand US. So if you've got that sort of spare money into that sort of watch sort of culture, which I understand completely, I've used to with a lovely tag that I own, so I understand that side of the mechanical watch, and I do appreciate that. I don't think it's going to be around for long. MKBH had it and was doing a review on it, and obviously it's got all the phone stuff of the iPhone, which is a great phone. But with this, obviously, the weight of it, it'd be pretty scary walking around with 200 grand in your pocket. So that's for a normal human being, a bit scary. But yeah, very, very beautiful and very cool. Super XS. But I guarantee there'll be a Chinese billionaire over there that'll go, you beauty, I'll take that. It'll probably sell in the next couple of days. But they do have some other options there if you've got a lazy 10 grand to spare. Why not just slide over to caviarphone.com. Very cool. Ryan Serhart, I don't know if you've ever seen him, was on $1 Million Listings on the Discovery Channel. He's probably the most famous real estate agent on the planet. Sells apartments in New York, like $70, $80 million apartments, crazy stuff like that. seems like a really nice guy, very switched on, went to New York with nothing, and has turned himself into a multi-millionaire. He is got a thing on at the moment that anyone on the planet can apply for, and he will, if your dream is to go to New York and do whatever, he wants to help you out, because that's what happened. He didn't get the help, but he did himself, but he wants to help someone out. He's going to pay rent, and I think it's utilities like power, water, stuff like that. So basically you won't have to pay for rent, which is ridiculous in Manhattan. It's like, can be thousands of US dollars a month, like just insane. It's probably the most expensive place to have an apartment in the world, without a doubt. So he's got a competition out. Applications close on January 8th. They started yesterday. I'll put the link down, 3year new NYC.com, but I'll put the link down below to go to it. And as I said, anyone can apply. They close January the 8th. Definitely, if you always wanted to go to New York, if you're worried about what it's going to cost you, and you've prepared to just drop everything and do it and take that challenge, well, look, I can only say go for it. My sister was lucky enough to have the opportunity to go and live in New York, and she's back home now, but I think it was probably one of the most amazing adventures of her life, and it changed the way she looks and does things. And she's, why wouldn't you? It is an amazing place if you haven't been there. It is just a gorgeous, amazing city. So much happening. So it's just literally alive. So it would be an amazing prize to win. It's probably worth a couple $100,000 at least. But what it could change your life if you have that ambition. Well, this is your big chance, and he's taken that out of his back pocket. He's got a few people supporting him. Casey Neistat, obviously from YouTube. That's how I found about it. So he's supporting him as well. He thinks it's a great idea. There's a few other famous people that are backing him on it. And I reckon it's a fantastic idea. Instead of just getting money or free crap that you sort of don't really need or use or whatever, this is a genuine opportunity. And he's also going to support you. It's not just here you go, dump you, and then you're on your own. He's actually his connections, he's going to help you try and achieve your dream. So even better, with his connections, who he knows, what he knows about the city. It's like, this is definitely a chance of a lifetime. It's a dream prize. It doesn't cost you anything to go into it. So you can shoot over to the website. I'll put that link below. Check it out. As I said, super important. You've only got to January 8th, and then that's your only chance you're probably ever going to get, unless he does it next year. They'll release the winner on the 22nd of January, so a huge thing. And all I can say is, if you ever dreamt about it or thought about it, just apply. It'll probably take you 15 minutes to apply. It could change your life. Yeah, definitely. Always worth a crack, without a doubt. Okay, Samsung S11. They're saying, rumours now saying they're going to drop the S11 series name, and it's probably going to be called the S20. That's coming from Ice Universe. He's pretty well renowned in those Samsung circles for leaks. So it looks like a bit of a change. 2020 on his Twitter, new year, new start, and that's what the 20 means. So I'm assuming we're going to see that new phone that we put up, we talked about the other day or last week. That will be the start of this process, and it'll all change over to an S20 when it releases, I think March or around about then. So yeah, big changes. It's going to be everything we talked about pretty much, just the name that's going to be changing out. Now, Canon rumours. I'm a Canon person. I'm loving my M50. I think it's fantastic. Having so much fun with it. Especially because I'm going to relearn everything I've forgotten from 20 years ago when I actually knew a little bit about cameras. Well, now I've had to relearn everything and all this digital stuff and stuff. Yeah, so they've got. They reckon it's going to be a huge year for Canon 2020. They're going to just go nuts. 8 to 10 lenses still to come in the R mirrorless line. Those lenses have been lauded all year as the best glass you can get. So another 8 to 10 of those is going to be amazing. One of them possibly an 18mm one aperture, which is just insane, super fast. If it's as good as all the other stuff they've made, that will be an amazing lens. That'll probably go up against that Nikon Noct 0.95 pretty darn well. They're talking about 8 patents for cameras, new 1DX, new 3, that new EOS RS we've talked about already. There's a patent for a new sensor, aps-c sensor, so that's a smaller version, a 32.5 megapixel one. They're talking already about the M50 new version. Thank God, that'll be awesome, and that's going to have that sensor, so it'll be 32 megapixels, full HD 120, ultra high definition 4K 24p 30p, a 3-inch rear screen, 1 million pixels, and we should know about September 2020 for that one, so fingers crossed. A hybrid EVF OVF. That's probably going to come around 2021 mark, so there's lots happening. What else in there? A new 5D Mark V. So heaps happening in the Canon. The new rumours are that they're going to have a big year to really come back and fight up against Sony. Sony's obviously had a really good year on the cameras. There's a lot of camera companies struggling. The change to mirrorless, the people staying on the SLRs, all that sort of bit of a mixing point that I think happened back when I guess they first went to digital, which was probably after I actually first started using cameras. I used to do film stuff all the time and develop it more myself, and those years are obviously well past me, but so yeah, it's that sort of changeover period, and there's cameras that are struggling, the sales are down because of iPhones. So yeah, there's a lot happening, so Canon really coming through and hitting hard. There's obviously those 20 lenses, there's going to be a heap of cameras out. There's going to be that Pro model will definitely help them if that comes. I'm sure that'll be an early release in 2020 to help their sales. That'll be sort of the kickstart, I guess, and then we'll see more from there. But yeah, some more amazing glass and some other stuff to come out, and I can't wait about that M50. That sounds really cool. Hopefully what I'd like to see in there as a rumour, I guess, it would be something like a processor similar to like that 865 Snapdragon, where we could get 8K in there. If phones are going to have 8K, then these cameras have really got to keep up. The majority of the cameras now are used for film, are used for movies. So if they want to keep up with these iPhones and Samsungs and stuff that are going to be running 8K this year, then these cameras probably need to punch that up. Maybe a bit of a work with whoever's doing that Snapdragon and get it into their phone somehow, or get into the camera somehow and use that. I'd like to see an OLED display on the back of the M50. The display's pretty useless. I'll go in and use the eye more than I'll use the back, because you can barely, even on full resolution, it's very hard to see any sort of details to see if something's in focus. So yeah, I'd love a really nice OLED display on the back. That'd be pretty cool to make that, save you having to buy a separate monitor just so you can see if something's what it's like. But a lot happening. Camera, I think for all camera manufacturers, 2020 is going to be an important year. Nikon with their money struggles, all the other guys' struggles, Sigma, great lenses, they need to get some decent cameras. There's lots happening. The others are sort of all middling. Sony's about the only one that seems to be going well. All the rest are sort of up and down. I guess whoever's going to put in the big work and fight hard this year will be the ones that make it out. And that's about it. Tomorrow, so fingers crossed tomorrow I can finish off that edit and get that new video up for you. Pretty happy with how it's turning out. It's coming good. I cut out. Sometimes I think I just waffle on a bit, probably like in these shows every night, but I'm trying to learn how to edit it down to the important stuff so I can get it so it's only like at least under 15 minutes and not the half an hour chats I do. You get that? I can't help myself. There's so much I want to talk about. But anyway, that's it. Another day, another vlog. Hope you are going well. Friday, weekend's here, so that's great. You've survived the Christmas week. It's time to get ready and prep up, get that grog stocks back in, all that ice and eskies and everything organised for New Year's next week. That's going to be another big week for everyone, another short one, and we'll see you all again tomorrow on Saturday. Anyway, if you want to send me one of those Caviar phones through, I wouldn't mind the Titanic one. I have seen the Titanic show, so that'd be pretty cool. Just send that one through, or even the Mars one. Looks pretty nice as well. Just flick that through to a PO box. I'd be quite happy to do a review on it. No worries, guys. Anyway, thanks. That's it for me. Wherever you're coming or going, I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.